Hello everyone, it's Henry on the live stream. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope everyone can hear me and can see my screen very clearly. If you cannot hear me or cannot see my screen very clearly, please indicate so that I can have that fixed before we commence. Thank you so much for your confirmation. So in this live stream, we're going to start by talking about the trade entries we got into today. So let's go to the Forex section. So the first one was on Euro US dollar. I'm going to have to reload this page. So far, looking at the dollar looks so bullish right now, like it wants to continue to the upside. But my analysis on the euro still remains to the upside in anticipation for it to continue heading to the upside, irrespective of the fact that we have this impulse move on the dollar going to the upside. I still remain bullish on euro. Now that being said, as you can see, the point of interest outlined on euro. I'll use a fresh chart so we can see what I'm talking about. So looking at the euro US dollar, as you can see, this right here, using this, so our Fibonacci using this high, using this high and this low as our range. If we're buying, we want to buy at a discount position. Right here is a discount position. The moment price came into the discount position, we're looking for a potential 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and potential 5 minutes shift in market structure to the upside. And then we're looking for buy setups. So as you can see, price came into that key level right there. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see it a little bit clearer on the 4-hour time frame as well. And on the 4-hour time frame, we can see there's an inefficiency resting right there. And the inefficiency resting right there, you can see how price mitigated it. After that So after that mitigation, all I want to see is a break of structure to the upside. And right here, you can see very nicely, price mitigated that position. We go to 30 minutes time frame. You can see we'll have a 30 minutes high, 30 minutes low, and then a break of structure. Then I'm using this last down close candles as my point of interest to look for potential entries. First entry, the 1-hour imbalance resting right there. So you can see right here, I used here as my first entry. Price came into that position. The next thing I want to see is the potential either a 5 minutes, 4 minutes, or a 3-minute shift to market structure to the upside. So we'll go to 5 minutes time frame. And so far, price mitigated it, created a high, a low, broke structure right here. So right here would have been a potential re-entry, but so far you can see how price is coming to the downside, edging very close to the low. But at the end of the day, no one can say for certainty what the market is going to do. All we do is to do the analysis and then allow price to do its thing, place our entry, stop loss, take profit. If the market is going to go in our favor, we're just going to ride the wave and allow it to do its thing. And if it hits take profit, that's awesome. So in this case, that you can see so far, we're watching this very closely. Our stop loss is still resting right here. Our entry position resting around this key level right here. So our entry position was right here on the 2 minutes time frame. So we use right here as our entry position. Right here is our entry position, and so far as you can see, price mitigated the entry position. And then we saw the spike and then a reverse. So we're watching this very closely to see what the market is going to do. Potentially, if the overall market directions is still going to continue to the upside, then I'll be anticipating for price to continue going to the upside. So in the meantime, we're not going to be closing the trade and we're not going to be trailing stop loss to any zone. We're just going to be watching this to see what the market is going to eventually do. So that is my analysis on Euro US dollar and what I'm watching to see. Another one I'm gonna also talk about is our trade entry on Aussie as well. So as you can see, the trade entry on Aussie right here was our entry position. This was our entry, stop loss right here. Price came to our entry position, mitigated the entry position, had this spike to the upside, mitigated this inefficiency, and then we were seeing this retracement to the downside, and then eventually price is still getting back up again. So personally, the only thing we're going to do is to wait as well to see what the market is going to do. Overall, I still remain bullish on Aussie dollar, bullish on Euro US dollar. So far, one thing I always say, you have to take note of the fact that if we're bullish, then we'll be looking for a potential low of the week on Monday to Thursday. And today is Tuesday, most likely, most of the time, a lot of the time, between 50 to 60% of the time, the low of the week, if we're bullish, is usually formed on Tuesday or Wednesday. So today is Tuesday, so we're watching this very closely to see what's going to happen eventually in the marketplace. Take note, tomorrow we do have a lot of heavy hitters coming out tomorrow. High impact news coming out tomorrow. We don't really have any major high impact news coming out today. On Tuesday, we only had 7 a.m. pound news, and then we'll have medium impact news by 6 p.m. today on the dollar. But tomorrow, we're going to be having a whole lot of high impact news coming out tomorrow. By 1:30 tomorrow, we have CPI, and also we have 3 high impact news by 1:30 tomorrow, and we'll also have 3 high impact news by 7 p.m. tomorrow, and 1 high impact news by 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. So hopefully, if these trades can be in significant profits today, before the high impact news, we'll try to scale out some profit through stop loss to break even, so that we'll just secure something and put it off the table. So even if the market goes in our favor, awesome, we'll make more profit. If it doesn't, at the end of the day, we still made something. So that is my analysis on Aussie dollar and what I'm anticipating to see in the marketplace. If you do have any questions based on that, feel free to drop it in the chat. So another one we're going to be looking at before we wrap up is for US oil. So I was watching US oil, and I'm still anticipating for US oil to go to the upside. Basically, we have this 2-day inefficiency resting right here. And as you can see, this was my key level resting at the extreme discount zone. This is the position where I want to be looking for a buy on US oil. And very nicely, price came into it. I wanted to see a 1-hour break of structure to the upside after that mitigation. And right here, we'll have a 1-hour high, 1-hour low, and then eventually we broke structure right here. So personally, I'm not going to be setting a limit order on US oil because it's very volatile. The only thing I'm going to do is to watch closely this key level, the last down close candle before an expansion that broke the structure. If the market eventually comes down here, I'll look for a 5-minute shift to market structures to the upside. And then if that happens, then I'll look for a potential buy setup for this to continue to the upside, because overall, I still remain very bullish on US oil in anticipation for it to continue higher. So that is my analysis on US oil. And for gold, not really much going on gold. I still remain overall bullish on gold, but for me to engage in the marketplace, I would like to see a run on this sell side liquidity. That isn't a certainty as well, because right here is a high resistance liquidity, so price is potentially going to have some difficulty to run below this low. So I wouldn't be surprised to see price go to the upside from this position, but I'm personally not going to be trading this from here unless I see price run the sell side liquidity. So that is my analysis. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all next time. Have an amazing day, everyone.